believe the advance parties have got some real good on them by helping guys discuss on-farm issues and how they can better perform within their own businesses. And I decided to join with the advance party in the McKenzie because there's a group of farms they're where the deer are being pushed into because of dairying and so forth, and there's some opportunities there on that type of country where they can grow, but they need to learn from each other and discuss amongst themselves about how they can do it. We've met 5 times. We had a couple of in-house meetings, like in a hall, and out of those came some points that were common to us all, were about reproduction of the hinds and fawning percentages. And then we made some farm visits where we I actually took them back down to Haldon to look at condition scoring hinds at weaning time and what effect the fawns were having on the mums. And then we were going to measure that on conceptions and timing of conception and how we can better feed them to get better performance out of our hinds. The McKenzie is an environment of its own, but that's not to say that any other region doesn't have their own things that will be a challenge to each of those regions. So I think it's important to have them within regions so that there's commonality amongst the people within those regions. There'll be different things that will be a challenge within those regions. The McKenzie one, of course, we got droughts and we got long winters. We're exposed to low rainfalls during the timing when a hind's probably lactating at its most. So it's got a good fawn. You want to wean a good fawn, it's going to be taking the fat off the back of mum, so it's about maintaining that to get it back in fawn again. They were individualists before, where we did our own things, but I think there's been real value in being able to get in a room and discuss our farming operations. And it's also to be remembered that in the McKenzie we're probably a little different, where we've all got diversification on our farms, so we've got merinos and cattle and sheep and deer. The deer only play on some places a small role, but one of the things we were trying to do was to actually measure that role they're contributing within that business. What I'd like to shout from the rooftops for not mainly just in our own region, but it would be in other regions, was the value we're getting out of comparing our businesses. You know, and we are being quite open, and that surprised me how open every one of them were after the first couple of meetings, because we found we had some commonality, and it's about being able to share and learn from each other. And there's been a willingness shown for the group within the McKenzie to actually share it outside as well, so show that they can do a better job within their farming systems by talking to their neighbours.